So now let's work on his jaw, and as you can see, I've gotten a little ahead of myself. The diagram was good for part of it, but it's really not helping me in other ways. And his jawline needs to be fixed. So what I'm going to do is start where I know I'm good, which I know I'm pretty much good on the chin. So I'm just going to draw an indication of a chin, just with a line like that. And I'm going to have to, in fact, I'm going to erase parts of these just because they're going to distract me, because I can no longer use them. It was good for bringing the face into play, but now that it's come to the jawline, I've kind of messed it up. But that's fine. That's absolutely fine. And oops. Now I'm going to have two lines extending outwards, stopping around where his cheekbones stop. And then I'm just going to have them curve upwards slightly. And as if continuing his cheekbone line like that, what I'm going to do next is just draw a line like there, and then draw another line on top of it, and done. There's his ears. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. It's very strange, and it looks like they shouldn't be that way, but the ears are on level with your eyes. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start in this area, and here, right where the eyebrows end, and I'm just going to draw lines going upward, like that. And that's an indication of where the skull curves around your forehead. And let's just, like this. It's about how big his skull would be, roundabout, kind of goblin-esque skull right now. Okay. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new layer. And I'm going to draw his hair, and it's really important because that's kind of what makes Ganondorf. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on his chin, and I'm just going to lightly tap lines outward, kind of making them connect if I can. And I'm going to draw a kind of straight line beneath here. So let's just keep working our way up his jawline here, with his disgusting beard and facial hair. And it's going to come in slightly here at his cheek and then pull back around. And these can be sketchy and scratchy. It looks good for hair to be that way, I personally think, but that's, as always, up to you. And his eyebrows actually connect with the hair on his head, but first they loop upwards and then back down. And it stops at his hairline, or at his, the forehead curvature. And he's kind of got a receding hairline. So you gotta make sure you get that. And just trickle your way back down. Normally I don't care too much about these details being, phenomenally accurate simply because I would then go back and paint them. And I'll show you guys a video of me doing that at the end here. But for right now, I just want to get a sketch done of Ganondorf. So I'm just going to follow this up here. And now we need to make sure we have the outlines. So it's going to, I want it to tuft out here like this. And then come back. And then finish down here. So I wanted to do the exact same thing on the other side. And this is the weird part. On the top of his head, Ganondorf kind of has just like one of those afros when you push him back. So drawing him straight on is going to make his hair look kind of strange. But bear with me here. And I'm just going to have some more indicating lines for that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this skull layer because I don't need that anymore. And I'm going to go back into this layer where I drew indicators. I'm going to erase them. Just like that. And now, last but not least, Ganondorf always has a thing on his forehead, and it's usually a very intricate design. So what I'm going to do is actually going to, let's get fancy. Make it a little bigger than that. And it usually has things, it's like a circle with things curling off to the side. Let's do the same thing over here. It's usually got like a 5-point structure or something. I might just do 4, but yeah, let's just do 4 here. All right, and there you go. That's the basic sketch for Ganondorf's face. You can always go back and add details, like if you'd like to add his irises. What I'm going to do in this one actually is I'm just going to make very small indications of his irises, and I'm going to have him looking in a certain direction because frankly I always think that makes drawings more interesting is when they've got a focus, and just like with the mouth, when there's some action happening to it, you can always go back and add more details. These would obviously be shaded in, and it's just going to add more and more depth to your drawing, even though it's one of my most dreaded parts because I'm really bad at shading. And there you go. I think I'm going to finish this up with a video of me painting another Ganondorf piece. So thank you very much, guys. If you have any comments or suggestions or questions, please leave them in the comment section. And if you want to see a character of yours drawn, if you want to request a tutorial, I will gladly do it for you. Just shoot me a message or leave it in the comment section. Thanks so much.